Hello and welcome back to our Brittany series. Don't forget to catch up on our previous episode before diving into this one, as it is a continuation. Our goat and chicken neighbors had been very mischievous today. Firstly, the chickens were recreating chicken runs and had escaped. So I took Ellie for protection. I'll be honest, I mostly just wanted to see whether she would chase the chickens. But she didn't seem bothered at all, on account of the chickens being literally the same size as her. Come on. Come on. I found some chickens outside house. Right, we've got the dog. We'll go and have a look. You can see them. Look at these. What's that? Look. Chickens. Oh, they've gone back in already. How'd they do that? Hey, goats. How you doing? What have you been up to? You've been chilling? Yeah. Hello, you. The goats have come to say hi, but the chickens, they just walk straight through. Oh, that little gap there. Oh. They tried to headbutt Ellie before, so we're going to keep an eye on her. She's like, get this thing away from me. Don't worry, I've got you. They're not going to hurt you. Right, I better put them. And then the second thing, we came back after going out for the day, and we found the goats to be not where they were supposed to be. More on that in a little bit. What do you think, girls? There is no rain yet. There was this morning, but we've got a break in the weather. And yesterday, as you know, we went for a little bit of an adventure, but because the weather was so bad, we ended up just coming home, chilling out and watching a movie, which was quite nice. We went to the beach in Pluisca. It wasn't very cold, but it was incredibly windy, which meant a lot of the footage I got needed to be muted. This happens a lot, actually. Not just in Pluisca, not just in Brittany, France, but generally speaking, I will record something and then there's kind of a toss-up in the air whether you guys can actually hear me and whether I can use the footage. But specifically in Brittany, it seemed to be very windy a lot of the time, which made it difficult to know when I can put footage in and when I can't, which meant I had to simply mute a lot of the footage because all you would hear is the howling wind. Else. Here's an interesting fact for you. The seaweed here in Brittany is actually edible. There's different types. If I'm honest, I don't know how to cook seaweed. I guess you could just boil it up, but technically it's edible. So you see these little mounds here, these are from razor clams. And apparently if you put a little bit of salt down, then they come to the surface and then you can collect them and eat them. I thought they were worms, look, but they're not. It's just where they push the sand up. I just came from this way here. As you can see, this is all filled with water, but what I want to do is to go from stone to stone and try and get up to this top bit here. Safety first, of course. Safety first. There's my dad all the way down there, and my mum's down here with the dog. Oh. As I say, it's incredibly windy right now, but it's actually not that cold. Just trying to find a way up, look. Oh no, I just went in a puddle. Oh God, I wasn't looking where I was stepping. Well, that's my socks wet. Can someone in the comments tell me how they think this was formed? Look at this, it looks like someone's come along and used a saw or something, but of course, that's not the case. Come on, something silly. There, look, right there. Els, come here. Look, come here. Els, here. Come here. Come here. Come on. There's literally nothing stopping you. Look, Els, come here. Look. Come on. That's it. Come on then. That's it. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on. There we go. We're getting there. Come on. That's it. Come here then. That's it. Ah, there we are. We then headed up to the town of Les Nevins to walk around the shops. We have come to the town of Les Nevins. What's there to see here? I have absolutely no idea. It's very beautiful here, even though the weather's not very good. We were seeing if we could enter the church, but unfortunately it's closed. So I'm gonna keep wandering around and see what we can find. Oh, it's in English down there, look. Le petit pricks. This is the end of our 4th day of this series and into the next day now. We were adventuring to an island called Île de Batz, just out to sea from Roscoff from our first episode. The island is known for its picturesque landscapes, rich biodiversity and peaceful atmosphere, making it a popular destination for visitors looking for natural beauty and relaxation. So this is where you buy your tickets, and when you get your tickets then you cross all the way over. We take the boat to Île de Batz. As you can see, we have a lovely sunny day today. So I was thinking of not bringing my raincoat, but I'm glad I did. And the reason why is even though it's not raining and we have beautiful sun, it's still very windy. As you can see, you have to walk a fair distance to get on the boat, which takes you to the island. But during this time, I couldn't help but think, why didn't they simply just build a bridge all the way to the island? So we believe that this is the island here. As you can see, it's not connected here. So here we're on the mainland and here's the island, but it seems super close to the point where they've built this bridge. Why not just extend it all the way there and charge people €5 to cross? Well, after some research, I found out it was down to 3 main reasons. Environmental challenges to prevent any destruction of the natural habitat, cost is the other reason, and engineering challenges due to tides and rapid weather changes. Makes sense. It's a little bit cooler than our time in Venezuela, but it's a nice boat nonetheless. We're putting Ellie's coat on right now. Yeah, you did well. Yes. And we're off. I was saying just before what a difference it makes having just a thin hood like this. Keeps the wind off you. It's quite nice. Pleasant with the sun out. I think that may well be the most people I've seen since I've been here. The civilization here. This is the place to be. So we just arrived here, as you can see. So here is the island. It's quite big. Look at these vintage bikes. We have a bar here, but it's actually closed, and it seems as though a lot of the bars here are closed, which is rather frustrating because it's currently 2 p.m. and we are looking for somewhere to eat to get some lunch. As with what we've noticed so far, a lot of the places here seem to be closed. It's very difficult to find a place to get food and drink and that sort of thing. Might be the time of year. We're at the beginning of October now, so maybe that's why. Maybe this is off season. Look at the size of that aloe vera plant. That is absolutely ginormous. I didn't even know you could get them that big. As we were mentioning before, this is where we started, and we've actually walked around here, Venok. So we're going to continue walking this way. Let's see if we can make our way up here or here. I've had to take my coat off. It's actually a little bit too warm. The wind seems to have died down a little bit. And I think that's what makes the big difference here. It's like 15 Celsius. So even though I know absolutely no French, I know in Spanish, faro is lighthouse. And this says fares. So yeah, lighthouse. How do I know? Well, it looks similar. And there's a little picture just there. But we realized that we actually want to find somewhere to eat. And so we're going to actually turn around and go back the way we've come. And that's why we will be going this way. In fact, my parents have gone way up there. I don't know if you can see them. There isn't much open, and this is the biggest concern we have. Everywhere we go, there are lovely sights to see. This place is very relaxing. And I would highly recommend you guys check these places out. But I almost feel like we should have brought our own food with us. But let's see if we can find some sort of bar or restaurant or something to have a nice lunch. So we can see the creperie. We get some crepes is up this way. You can see there's a bunch of benches here, and here's the brasserie, completely closed. It's very odd. It's like a ghost town almost, you know? What a shame. It's such a beautiful environment. We have found another sign. We're just following signs and hoping that we find something at the end of it. For the creperie, for example. If I'm completely honest, I really thought we were off track, but apparently not. Here's our Creperie de Vale. There appeared to be only one restaurant open on the entire island, and everyone who was on the boat trip was sitting at this restaurant. So we thought, yeah, let's join them. And I even had a mint ice cream for dessert, which was very nice. That wind is a little bit brisk. We've just left that lovely little restaurant and we're walking to the lighthouse now. I'm going to see if we can go up there. I'm not sure if you can or not, but if we can, we will be going up. We are being very mindful at the moment that here it says it's going to take 25 minutes for us to walk back. And that's from where we are right now. We still, of course, want to go to the lighthouse, so that's where we're going. And of course, these boats don't go that frequently. I think it's once an hour or so, more or less. So you need to be careful. So it seems as though it's closed. There's no way we're going to get any further than where we are now. So we're going to take a slow walk back. With my terrible French skills, I can see that it says that it was open from the 3rd to the 22nd of September. Unfortunately, we're in October now, 1:30 till 4:30. So actually, we're within the time, just not within the day. If you guys are visiting, then bear this in mind. Such a shame. I'd like to have gone up there, but the views were spectacular. Okay, let's go. Time to leave. We've just walked up here, and before we actually came from this direction, and instead we are going to be walking around this way along the coast until the next boat. I believe there's one at 4 o'clock which we've missed. The next one's at 5 o'clock, so we'll be waiting around for a little bit anyway. So guys, in the comments, let me know, what do you think this is growing here? I have absolutely no idea. Cabbage, cauliflower. We just came from this location. This is where we were before, you probably recognize it. And we walked up that way. So now we're coming back this way. Ellie had to go back on the lead for just a second because a tractor was going by. She's back to walk freely again. Look at her. So cute. So I don't know if you can see it, but just in the distance you can see the boat is going back to the mainland now. So it's now 4 o'clock. We've now got to wait 1 hour until the next one at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, we're going to have a nice stroll. Come on then. Here we were before, but you can see the tide has started to come in. I was saying before, I haven't seen the tide come in once. And now we can see it slowly coming in. Sit. Come on. Through here, look. Seaweed. Come on then. It's the seaweed. There you are. If you look at this little path here, this is actually where we got off the boat to get to the island. And what's interesting about this is, as you can see, because the tides come in, the part where we actually got off the boat is completely covered because we came round this corner. So of course, I imagine the boat will have to be much further up. So we're gonna have to figure out exactly where the boat comes up when the tide changes. But yeah, we're in the correct direction. And once again, another place which is now open, which was closed before. So you can see there's the lighthouse we were at. It looks quite far from here. And now people are starting to gather because we have about 15 minutes before the boat arrives. So this is where we were walking up before. So we presume that the boat will pull up on the side here. Here we are, here we are. And there we are, back on mainland France. So to recap, today we landed here, we walked around here, we made our way up to this lighthouse, and there was a little restaurant we went to here, and then we came all the way back, but this time we came round, I think this way, and back round and walked on this beach area. Would recommend, but there seems to be a lot more to see on this island though, as you can see. Good day, didn't you, Els? Lots of walking. Yeah, we did. We went to a lighthouse.
Ellie's favourite pastime, she sticks her head out the window. We're not moving right now, we're just sitting in the car park, but this is what she likes to do.
Finally, we arrived home. The goats had escaped and we needed to find a way to get them back in.
We have no idea why, but all of the goats have come out. Look at them. Not a single one is in its pen. What are you guys doing? You're not supposed to be there. Who do you think you are? This is our grass for eating. I've told you already, go home. Leave. They keep making their way out through the fence. But this is the thing, look. And then how are you supposed to stop them from going through here?
Where do they get them through?
Right there, look. Do you want your drill?
Into our next day now, we headed to the local supermarket, which, as David will very eloquently explain here, we have made several rounds to visit by now.
So I haven't actually mentioned this since I've been here, but I think this might be the 4th time we've been to the supermarkets. Literally, our day is comprised of us going to these lovely beaches, good fun, and then we do things like this, which is to go into the supermarket, walk around, look at the normal things that normal people buy. So yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah, you're adorable.
We took Ellie for a quick walk along the beach before heading to a chateau, which is basically a castle, a fortress, and a home rolled into one. The weather is not bad, to be honest with you. A little bit windy, but not as windy as it has been. And we're gonna have a little wander. As you can see, you can't actually cross this. This is a massive beach. The reason why you can't cross it is because there's water all over the place, but that's fine. That won't bother us. We're just gonna go for a wander, see what we can find. So as you can see, we are here right now. So what we're looking at is this area right here. This here is Ellie's arch enemy, seaweed. You've got boots on though. Whereas mine, they will just pass straight through.
Yeah, I know.
No dogs are allowed to enter, so my parents took Ellie elsewhere, whilst I showed you guys this place. Unfortunately, the dog is not allowed, so both my parents have decided they're going to take the dog. But I want to show you guys this chateau because, if I'm honest, I don't really know what a chateau is. I thought it was just a castle. So we're on a solo adventure now. Apparently there's like 25 rooms or something, so it's such a shame actually, because as you can see, there's a little cafe bar down there, so my parents could have sat there, but they said you can't enter with the dog, so they literally will not let you enter this area.
So I wanted to mention this. If you look at this, it says French, English, and then BR, and I was thinking, what's BR? This is actually a language called Breton. I did not know this was a language, but it's the language of Brittany. How interesting is that? So it seems as though it's still spoken today, because otherwise why would they change it so that you could have the option, the ambition of a family. Click on this, look at that, it looks totally different from French.
So Breton is a Celtic language from Brittany. But what other Celtic languages are there? There is Welsh from Wales, Scottish Gaelic from Scotland, Irish Gaelic from Ireland, Manx from the Isle of Man, and Cornish from Cornwall. Fascinating to learn about the link of a language I didn't even know existed. Let's talk a bit about this chateau, which is called Château de Kerjean. Now, I'm probably butchering the name completely, but I couldn't find any references online as to how to pronounce it, so we're gonna have to take my word for it. It's Kerjean. Or if there's any French speakers listening, you can tell me in the comments. Château de Kerjean? I have no idea. Anyway, the Château de Kerjean is a Renaissance fortress built in the 16th century, and it showcases a blend of military and residential architecture, reflecting the wealth and ambitions of its noble owners. Surrounded by lush greenlands, the chateau features imposing stone walls, a grand courtyard, and intricately decorated interiors that highlight the artistry of the period. Today, it operates as a museum, offering visitors into the Breton history, art, and culture through its exhibits and guided tours. The site also hosts events and activities, making it a vibrant cultural landmark. The Château de Kerjean was built by the Barbier family, a wealthy, influential Breton lineage. Its construction was commissioned by Louis Barbier, a magistrate during the 16th century, as a symbol of his prosperity and status. The family played a prominent role in regional politics and society, leveraging their fortune from land ownership and administrative roles. However, their fortunes declined after the French Revolution, which led to the confiscation and sale of the chateau as a national property. Despite this, the Barbier family's legacy endures through the chateau's rich history and enduring architectural splendor. So, what happened to the Barbier family? Over time, the family intermarried with other noble lineages, such as the Coton-Score family. And yes, I tried to find out how to say that one as well, and I have no idea. It's not like in Spanish where I just know the pronunciation. No, I have no idea. This family intermarriage led to the integration of their descendants into broader aristocrat circles. While the direct Barbier lineage associated with the chateau has diminished, descendants bearing the Barbier name continue to exist today, though their connection to the chateau has become more historical than familial. After the chateau experience, I had a taste to see more. We searched around but couldn't find any more to visit. And this is the problem, okay? So you have different chateaus. Some of them are privately owned, some of them are publicly owned. But if they're privately owned, then usually you can't go and see them, or you need to book in a private tour, or you need to pay a ridiculous amount of money. Money I do not have. As you can see, there's the chateau just down here, but it's really unfortunate because it's on private property. So we can't actually go down there. But yeah, there it is. It's just down there. And we're going to go drive past it in a minute, but such a shame. It'd be really nice to walk around there, but you can see it's basically just in ruins now. But very nice woodland area here though. Very nice. We're basically in the middle of nowhere. Again, you can't get any closer than this because it's private property. They say they've got security here, but you can see there's the kind of manor or the chateau down the bottom there. And you have the castle here. Very beautiful. I would imagine incredibly expensive to stay here. And unfortunately, we are not staying here. So I guess if you're coming past, you can come here, have a look from this angle. You can't walk around it, but it just seems to be closed. You can rent that one out for like a week, and that 1 week that you rent it out is something like 800 euros or something. We concluded our day by taking Ellie for a lovely little walk again. Look at this lovely little cafe on the beachfront here. And the goat got out once again. We were actually debating in the car whether we think the goats will be out or not, because we never knew. We would just turn up and be like, oh my god, the goats are out again. There's one benefit about having goats. Here we have loads of nettles, and they're actually eating them. So where it would usually sting us, it doesn't seem to bother them at all. But one of the chickens have gone out as well. Thanks for watching this week's video. Let me know what you thought of the Île de Batz, the magnificent chateau, in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.